Coming up next, tips you don't want to miss.
Over 20% of the population is affected by a developmental disability in some form or another. Every individual deserves an accurate diagnosis to ensure that appropriate treatments are considered and implemented.
Most of the assessments that I do for parents is so that kids can get the proper services that they need in order for them to get support at school and with various agencies. Most notably, we have the Regional Center. And regional centers are agencies throughout all of California that allows parents to have access to services such as behavioral therapy and also respite services. And in order for them to get those kind of services, they need to have a proper diagnosis. And this is what we provide. Not everybody is trusted by the regional centers to do their assessments, and we have leveled up and we've become that go-to agency.
Treatments and accommodations require a diagnosis given by a qualified provider.
The whole process of diagnosing starts off with an interview, trying to find out all the different facts, all the different concerns that a parent might have. They might be delayed with speech. They might be delayed with social, not making good eye contact. Their motor, putting on buttons, zippers. All these different things are little red flags that parents should be aware of. It's really good to find out whether or not there is something that's behind it. And if there is something behind it, such as a developmental disorder, then it's best to get that addressed as soon as possible.
Several different types of therapies are available, depending on the disorder.
Some of the more common interventions include play therapy for little kids, talk therapy, and there's also behavioral therapy when you're trying to modify a certain behavior so that it'll be more appropriate for the settings. Sometimes when the emotions are just out of control and a child can't control their anger or their sadness, you would need prescription services to help take the edge off of it so that the interventions can be a lot more successful. Not all disorders require medication services. A lot of the behaviors that are problematic in the homes or in the school can be addressed through behavioral means. And that could be addressed through ABA therapy, which is one of the most common interventions that we do have.
There are some common misconceptions surrounding the diagnosis of developmental disorders.
Parents would come in thinking that we're going to fix our child right now. And you don't fix a child, you try to adjust behaviors. And a lot of times parents have an idea, well, my child has this diagnosis. Most of the time they would say, my child has autism because they've got all these tantrum behaviors, or they have poor eye contact. But when we're diagnosing, we have to be as precise as possible. So what we do is we explain there's certain thresholds for these diagnoses. It can't be just one or two symptoms. So we look at all those different symptoms and then we see, is it really appropriate for this diagnosis to be put on this child? Someone who misdiagnoses just because they're going through a checklist, they're doing a disservice to the child. And if you're being diagnosed incorrectly, you get the wrong treatment, and it's just going to be a waste of a lot of time and a lot of emotions. So get them treated for the right thing. And that's what we strive to do over here at AB Psych Consulting. We value expertise, transparency, and also collaboration.
A specialist is imperative to helping you navigate through the tough decisions in order to achieve results that you and your family need most.
Parents really hold the key to the kids' success in the future. And I would really encourage parents who have any kind of questions about whether or not their child needs interventions, get your kid tested as soon as possible. All the questions that could be weighing in your mind can be answered with the right specialist.
For more information about AB Psych Consulting, visit their website at abpsychconsulting.com. And of course, visit our website at thebalancingAct.com.